Yes, folks, it's Thursday. It's 1 p.m. Eastern. I'm PHred and bringing you Lunch with Lynn live, avoiding the networking blues. Scintillating 2 hours of conversation with Lynn and all of her live studio audience guests. If you're interested in signing up to be a live studio guest for the next show next week, we broadcast every Thursday, then go to zoomwithlynn.com and sign up. But now it's time for the hostess with the mostest, the lioness of networking, the queen of avoiding disasters, Lynn Lionhood. Take it away, Lynn.
Got to live up to that. So I want to welcome everybody that's here. I know there are many more people still to come on. For the new people like Nicole, I'm going to let her know up front. I have explained to her that we do use the chat. That's important. And Nicole, as people are explaining what they do, if there's someone that you think you'd like to meet with immediately, put it in the chat, because you won't be able to save the chat, Nicole. But I will send you a thank you with a complete copy of the cleaned up chat with everybody's contact information. They all will reach out to you. Please reach out to all of them as well. Everybody. Now, even if you think maybe I have no need for Lisa Heinzelman's services and she wouldn't have any need for yours, you don't know who Lisa knows. So you want to make sure that you guys all make that connection. We also, Nicole, have a question of the day. We always do that every week. That is for everybody to answer. The question does not have a right or wrong answer. It's just a conversation starter. That's all it is. So with that said, I want to welcome Jeff Johnson. He's here. Catherine is here with us as well. And we have a few speakers who will be on, Nicole. The speakers will speak for 5 minutes, no more than that. And then after everybody has discussed what they do, I put everybody into some breakout rooms one-on-one with people. And you'll do that twice. You get 5 minutes in a breakout room with someone, and then we bring everybody back and we have a mastermind session and just begin to discuss topics until the show is over. So with that said, we welcome you. We hope that you enjoy yourself today and that you stick with us. Catherine, welcome. So Victor and Jeff and Catherine, I need all of you guys to turn your cameras on so we can see all your pretty faces. With that said, the question of the day today, you're all going to love this one. When was the last time you got more than 9 hours of sleep? And maybe there was a reason why that happened. That would be interesting to know as well. So with that said, I'm going to announce this a couple of times. A couple of weeks ago, we started something brand new. I like to teach all of you some great ways to network. And one of the things that we started 2 weeks ago was to select one of our regulars in the group and invite everyone to go to wherever that person has a spot and put up a referral or a testimonial or something for that person. You know, most all of you are in business by yourselves. So you don't have large companies to support you. So this becomes your family so that you guys can get that feedback and that support. So if everyone on the call, normally there's somewhere between maybe 30, 35, 40, 50 people on the call. If you were to get that many of new referrals or testimonials, that would be wonderful for your business. And so that's what we're doing. And the person that we selected today was Lisa Heinzelman. So you guys will get to know Lisa. If you haven't had an opportunity to have a one-on-one with her, I would say do it. And then you can at least put up something as a testimonial as far as having had conversations with her too. Oh, so Catherine's working on her camera. Okay, that works great. So with that said, I'm going to let you guys go ahead and get started. Fred, what are you doing? You're not in the hospital. What you got a hospital picture up for?
Because that was the last time, the night I had the heart attack was the last time I had 9 hours of sleep.
Well,
I was
not do that again.
I was lucky to wake up the next day, thank God. But that was the last time I can say I actually had 9 hours of sleep, or at least was unconscious for 9 hours of sleep. So yeah, that was the selfie I took after they got done reroutering my heart.
You're in the hospital recovering from a heart attack, and you're taking selfies?
Oh yeah.
We are living in a sad world.
Michelle wouldn't let me. I wanted to post it to Facebook that night. She said, "You're not posting. I'll break your hand and your phone if you post that tonight." I thought it was funny by that point in time. I felt like I'd been hit by a truck, and the fact that I was still alive was funny to me. So yeah, I took a selfie, but that was the last time.
You are absolutely crazy. Absolutely crazy. So we're going to go ahead and get our show started. And while Nick is here, Nick, I'm going to just say something to you real quick that I didn't know. I found out today that if I'm trying to send Nick a gift from Amazon, they won't let me send it to you through my regular Amazon account. I got to go to amazon.ca for Canada. Then I can shop and send you something. See? Bet you didn't know that.
I've never used Amazon in my life, actually.
Oh, you got to be the only human being that I know did that. Well, I did go to Amazon CA and it worked just fine. Actually, I was surprised because with the exchange rate, I think I got a good deal on it. So that was good.
Yeah.
So maybe I'll send you a gift. Anyway, so let's get you guys started today. We still have many more people that we're expecting, so we're just going to get everything rolling. The question of the day is, when was the last time you got more than 9 hours of sleep? And maybe you'll tell us what the story is behind that. So I'm going to start you off with one of my first guest speakers today, and that would be Miss Sandy O'Prondek. She is a part of our specialty groups. We are honored to have her with us. So Sandy, the next 5 minutes are yours. Oh, you're muted.
Still, I keep pressing everything. It's not working today. Hi, everybody. I'm Sandy O'Prondek. I live in Homer Glen. I am a wife, a mother, a grandmother, a great-grandmother. I have 5 children, 16 grandchildren, and 4 great-grandchildren. And my passion is keeping them as healthy as I can and sharing true health with others. I've been partnered with my company, USANA Health Sciences, for over 21 years. And they manufacture the highest quality science-based nutritionals available. We have a nutritional line, we have a meal replacement line, as well as a skincare line. And the company manufactures their own products. We are manufactured right in Salt Lake. A lot of companies don't manufacture their own products. And I actually have a little thing on deficiencies that I posted on Facebook. I was going to pull it up, but I'll just pull it up separate here. And I got home a little later than I thought from my previous appointment. But
Sandy O'Prondek, you said you're from Homer Glen, but these people, most of them on here, don't know where Homer Glen is, what state.
Oh, okay. It's the south side of Chicago. I'm on the south side, near Orland Park. Almost everybody's heard of Orland Park, right?
I was going to say Nick's from Canada. He doesn't know where that is.
Okay. Sorry. All right, Nick. I didn't mean to leave it out. I'm in the Windy City or near the Windy City. And with the wind chills, it's been like 20, 30 below at night. So I think it's probably cold by you too. But I wanted to talk about the deficiencies in the North American diet. The statistics are that for vitamin A, men are 47% deficient, women are 39%. For vitamin C, men are 53% and women are 45%. For vitamin D, which is very crazy because everybody should be getting vitamin D, the statistics are showing men are 94% deficient and women are 97% deficient. So I had a few of these numbers up, including calcium, magnesium. It's astounding that with the North American diet, we're not getting what we need on a daily basis. And so I talk to people about what their needs might be. Normally, people start out with a regular multivitamin, and our multivitamins have over 40 minerals and antioxidants in them in 2 different packs because they work more efficiently that way. A lot of people say, oh, should I get men's or should I get women's? Well, that's all a marketing ploy. Your cells are all the same, whether you're a male or female. And we have adult vitamins, we have teen vitamins, and we have children's vitamins. So we cover all of the generations and try and keep everybody as healthy as we can. Right now, 89% of the things that you're getting in the store are not what's on the label of your bottle. I should have a bottle here, but whatever your label is from the store, they can be 89% incorrect and still be on the shelves. So it's kind of alarming that people aren't realizing, and they're just buying stuff from the store. So they're buying billions of dollars of stuff that they see on the shelves, but they're not getting their money's worth. They're just buying something that doesn't have enough in it. And our company is the only company that has $1 million athlete guarantee, that they won't get kicked off the team for banned substances. Most companies don't back their products like that. We are one of the only companies, I think the only company out there that does. So we have a lot of athletes that work with us, and we have a lot of the sports teams and sorry, I'm looking at the clock, Lynn. I know I'm running out of time.
No, don't worry about the clock. You know, I know you've had some people that were in the Olympics and things that use your products as well.
Yes. Yeah. We have a ton of athletes that are taking them. They come to convention. I go to convention in August, and they have a lot of the athletes there saying they can perform better, they recover better because they're getting what they need. And some of them like the Percosa and stuff for their joints and bones because they need extra assistance with that. So we manufacture those products in-house. We're pharmaceutical grade, and we're actually in the physician's desk reference, which I don't know a lot of companies that are. You can go to pdr.net and put your company in there and see if it's in there, and I guarantee most of them are not in there. So I'm really proud to be with my company for so long. It's the product that I trust to help people.
Sandy, I've heard this over and over again about the vitamins on the shelf not having in it what you think you're getting in there. Who regulates those vitamins? Is there anybody doing that?
No, the FDA does not regulate them. However, our factory where we manufacture everything is FDA approved. So our facility where we manufacture is cleaner than any hospital rooms because of our standards being so high. Since we're pharmaceutical grade, we have to get the raw ingredients in, we have to test them, then we quarantine them. And our founder is so crazy about everything. He tests them again after he quarantines them because we never want to have anybody. You hear of all these recalls happening all the time. They just had one from Canada, actually, Nick, from Costco, and 23 other companies that had metals in their products. So people think they're getting this quality when they could be getting more than that. Let's just put it that way.
Well, thank you very much, Sandy. Guys, if you haven't had a talk with her, it's very interesting because Sandy's story, which I'm not going to tell you today because I'm going to challenge you to have a conversation with her. Sandy did not start out doing what she's doing. She was actually a financial professional. And it was because of something that happened in her life, which is how most people in the health and wellness industry come to that industry, I think. Something happens to them personally or someone they know, and they realize that, hey, that's probably where I need to be. And her passion is very, very strong because of this incident, guys. When she tells you the story, you will not forget that story. So thank you very much, Sandy. And what is your tagline, Sandy? Because I know it.
My tagline is invest in your health for true wealth.
Wonderful. And when was the last time you got more than 9 hours of sleep?
I usually like at least 8 or 9. I've been really good about my sleep patterns, which I know, Lynn, you're getting up at 3 or 4 in the morning. There's no way I can do that because we stay up late. I stay up late with my husband. But over 9, then I'm just more tired. If I sleep more than 9, I'm sluggish all day. So normally about 8 is good for me.
I know somebody who has some vitamins that could help you with that sluggishness.
Oh, yeah, that's why I take them as soon as I get up.
Yeah.
Well, we didn't even talk about circadian rhythm. That's another talk. But if you want to get a hold of me, my name is Sandy O'Prondak, and my number for the radio station, PHred, is 708-334-2261. Thanks, Lynn.
I'm not going to tell you who it is, but I already have a private message asking to be in a breakout room with you. So I will be putting you in that breakout room with that person.
Well, thank you, whoever you are.
Thank you very much. So, guys, we're going to go and do some of our introductions, and then we'll come back to some of our speakers. But I want you to know again, guys, because there's more of you that are on here now. 2 weeks ago, I started doing another new networking thing because I always try to teach you guys the best ways to network. And I try to take some of our regulars, and one regular a week, I will be asking everyone to do a testimonial or a reference for, and they will provide you with all of the information that you need so you can go do that. Again, guys, you are individual business owners. If we all work together collectively as a group, you get everyone in the group giving you a testimonial or a reference. It helps your SEO numbers, and it'll be great for all of you. So if you haven't met with Lisa Heinzelman, or you don't know that much about her, do a one-on-one with her, and then go and do a nice little testimonial about what you learned from her, about what she can do. So Lisa Heinzelman is this week's person, and I will make sure she will be talking next, but I will make sure that when I send the thank you out to all of you, that I will include the places that you can go to put a testimonial or reference up for her. And I would appreciate if you did that, because obviously your turn will come and you'll want everyone to do it for you as well. So Lisa, with that said, you are up next. And we're not going to, so much, because we don't have a larger crowd at the moment, we're not going to hold to that 1 minute. So you may just go and we'll just go for it.
Okay. And I wanted to let you know that I had to put it in 2 sections in the chat because my Google link is long. I haven't figured out how to get that shortened on that. So there you go. Thank you for that opportunity. So hi there. I'm Lisa Heinzelman with Illuminations Consulting, coming to you from Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. And as a business, sales, and leadership coach, I'm investing my time and energy in empowering individuals, teams, and organizations to be successful. So I'm working with service-based, relationship-based entrepreneurs and business owners who are passionate about what they do, great at your crafting your specialty, and oftentimes need to figure out all things business, marketing, and sales. So I support you in developing a strategy and competitive edge to think about the problems that you solve, the value that you bring, and why do business with you. The reason that is because too many people are leading with a menu of products and services and options of how to work with you. We need you for your level of expertise to listen to and understand what our problems are so you can make recommendations. We got to make a paradigm shift in that. And I welcome the opportunity to chat about why and how you make that happen so that you're really leading with problems you solve and value that you bring. When you do that, it really sets a tone for you to stay consultative in your practice. So a lot of you introduce yourself to say, I want to empower, support, assist, make good things happen. But then you get turned transactional in the middle of your process of, ooh, here's all the stuff I can do for you, and put the onus back on the person in your target market. It's our job to lead with the problems that you solve, the value that you bring, rather than turning transactional with your products and services and packages and programs and pricing that leaves way too much opportunity and dollars on the table. So let's plan a time to chat. I'm Lisa Heinzelman with Illuminations Consulting, optimizing your success.
You want to tell them where you're from?
I'm from Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, which was one of the things that I kicked off with there. As I said, and sleeping, So I get up early during the week because I walk in the morning before I kick off my day. So if I don't have something going on and I don't book meetings on Fridays. So if I don't have something going on that I don't have to be up for on a Friday, a Saturday or Sunday, or however that goes, I love to sleep in. And I'm good at that because I'll close my eyes and cover myself back up again. And even if I'm laying there resting, I'll stay in till I'm ready to get up. And so if I can catch 7, 8, 9 hours of sleep doing that, I love it. And then I'm getting up and I'm making things happen. So I enjoy that a lot.
Well, don't try to call Lisa early on Saturday or Sunday morning. Thank you, Lisa. Valerie Smith, you are up.
Well, thank you, Lynn. My name is Valerie Smith, and I come to you from Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. I was born in Germany in the Army and grew up in Rawlins, Wyoming. I was an elementary teacher in both public school and Catholic school for 26 years. And in 2007, I resigned from teaching children, that is, and converted over to teaching adults. And that's what I do now. I am a teacher of wealth, health. As some of you said, if you're healthy, you're wealthy. And if you're wealthy, you are also healthy in a sense. So we teach how to get your money growing effectively and securely and safely. My story was that while I was teaching, a gentleman came by after school one day with a briefcase and a business card, and he said he was permitted by the district to come and talk to teachers about investing, and would I have a few minutes? And I said, sure, come on in. We sat down at my table. I was married with 2 kids, husband with his own business. We had a house and 2 cars, and we were living the so-called American dream. And I was good about paying the bills. I paid them on time every day. I mean, each time they came in the mail, I ripped them open, wrote the check, put them back in the mail just right then and there. And I thought I was getting A+ in money management. As he started querying with me and gathering some information, what I learned, astoundingly, was that I was getting about a C- or a D in financial awareness and financial literacy, because we were making money and spending money, and we were not saving money. I didn't grow up learning how to do that. Maybe they didn't teach it in Wyoming or whatever. I knew little to none about it. He showed me some things, and as a result, I took part in what he was showing me and teaching me, and we built wealth. We did. We built wealth, and I thank God every day that he came to see me, because I don't think I would have done that initially on my own. I didn't think I could afford to do that. I didn't think I measured up in anything like that. I was teaching in the second lowest paying state in the nation, second only to Mississippi. So now this is what I do. I help people get on the other side with their money and get it organized, and I provide hope. I provide encouragement and empowerment and enlightenment, and it just gratifies me so much that I can do this in an educational approach versus an informational approach, because financial information is not at all the same thing as financial education. So it's a mission for us. We take them through a little journey on a mission to make something happen that is well suited for them and for their savings and for going into the teeth of the future with bright hope. And so, yes, that's what we do.
Wonderful. And when was the last time you got more than 9 hours of sleep?
Well, in all honesty, in my 66 years on this planet Earth, I seriously doubt if I ever got that much sleep. So even in kindergarten, when they make you lie on the floor on a rug and take a nap, I couldn't fall asleep. And so I'm one of those.
Excellent. Fred, you have your hand up.
Yeah, I just want to remind our listeners they can call in at 1-724-9-KPHred. That's 1-724-9-KPHred. That's all. Your
Thank you.
phone number reminder.
Beautiful. We are all curious about Nicole. And Nicole, you had a background up a few minutes ago that was gold with your name on it. That was beautiful.
Oh, you like that one? Thank you. This one? There we go.
Yes, I think that was striking. I really do. I like that very much.
Thank you.
So tell us all about Nicole.
Well, thank you so much for having me. I'm glad to be here. And Mark had invited me, so it was awesome. We had a bit of a chat back and forth. And I am Nicole Borghi. Today I'm coming at you from Florida. Little sunshiny out there and nice and warm. Sorry, guys, if you're in the snow, but hey, when you have a laptop life, you get to travel, right? And 9 hours of sleep, I like sleep. I'm a sleeper. So, hey, it's probably, it's been probably a few months, but I'll take the sleep. I am an event coordinator, a summit host, and a trainer, and I work with the fact that transforming virtual events into profit-driving experiences. And as an event strategist, a speaker, and a host, and I bring energy into an innovative cutting-edge technology. So one of the backgrounds you saw earlier was in virtual reality, and I host events from Zoom to virtual reality, hybrid, and live. We just hosted an event in October, which was great for confronting domestic violence. And I really work to expand the reach and lasting impacts of businesses, entrepreneurs, coaches, and healers to say, hey, how do we get our message out there? And utilizing something like you're using, Lynn, Zoom. People understand it now. We were kind of forced into it, but my goal really is to bring that into the stage right now, currently, and say, hey, we need to know what's going on in the future, not make it scary, but make it workable and give a little knowledge so we sprinkle a little bit of that good juju in there. I also work with my clients on for a cause marketing, and that's bringing the basics of event planning into turning the summit maybe into a fundraising powerhouse through for a cause marketing. And that cause can be, hey, I want a Gucci bag. Hey, I need to take a trip to for my kids as a summit host. Or the best part of it is something like a nonprofit or a for-profit company, bringing awareness to their company. I host summits, and I'm hosting summits in March. I have a couple stages, and part of that is the impact is to share with people. It's a little good to say, hey, I'm donating some of this money, coming in on a VIP ticket to say, hey, I'm donating to something good. I'm donating to a worthy cause, but you're getting something out of it. So you feel good and you get to get educated, right? And so bringing those experiences to the virtual stages and sharing with speakers how to continue with their ROI online today and bringing solutions to their pain points by hosting summits. And that's basically what I do.
Nicole, where are you located?
I'm in Florida right now.
Told me that. Nicole, I'm sorry, Nicole, my brain has gone crazy. I want you to make sure that you stay till the extreme end of this call because I have three contacts. My brain is now going crazier even more. So I have 3 connections to make for you right away.
Oh, that's beautiful. Thank you. How long is this go on for?
It goes for 2 hours. And so I'm gonna give you every bit of information that you need, and I'll do a mutual introduction for you for each one of them so that you can make those connections today.
Oh, awesome. I love it. Thank you.
And they will respond back to you, I promise you.
All right.
Nicole, we already know when the last time was she got 9 hours of sleep. She does that every night. She's a sleeper. She's probably out there sleeping on the beach while we're working.
Yep. I'm getting my vitamin D and my vitamins.
That's right. You're doing it for your health. Thank you, Nicole. We appreciate having you with us, and we hope you stick with us. Great. Tara, you're up.
Hi, everybody. I'm Tara. I am from New Jersey. I am an author and a publisher, and the name of my business is Terrified Publishing, where we help women business owners publish a professional, profit-driving book in just 12 weeks without the fear of sharing their story. We validate the book idea and outline it with feedback from 100 target advanced readers. We complete a polished draft ready for publishing, and we submit your manuscript for final edits and formatting. And we make sure that it's market ready, and we help you launch without overwhelm. If you are ready to publish your book, you don't know where to start, you have no idea, then I can help you. And you can just give me a call at 856-631-7979, and you can connect with me on LinkedIn. My information's in the chat. And the last time I got 9 hours of sleep, I have no idea. So I don't know, maybe when I was a teenager, but right now I sleep maybe about, 5 or 6 hours. So it's been a while.
Carol, let's talk about this for a second. I hear that everybody has at least one book in them. Is that true?
I agree, but not everybody's ready, which is why I said if you have an idea and you don't know where to start, then they can contact me and I can help with that. I can give them the right person they can get in contact with. But I agree that everybody has a story to share.
I love the name Terrified Publishing because I think most people want to write a book, but they are terrified of what to do and how to do it.
Right.
So it's great to have everything in one spot so they can get everything from beginning to end by working with you. So that's absolutely wonderful.
Thank you, Lynn.
Sarah, thank you much. Denise Lanton, you are up.
Hi, thank you, Lynn. I was just reading something, but sorry, I got momentarily distracted. Hello, everyone. I am Coach D. I host a podcast on PHred Radio. It's called True Grit, the Mindset in the Grind. I'm a certified coach specializing in mindset performance and mental toughness for executives, businesses, and athletes. I help to empower clients to identify self-defeating behaviors and move through and develop strategies for those challenges and achieve their goals to success. You can reach me at quantummindsetchoice.com or Coach D at quantummindsetchoice.com. And the last time I got 8 hours of sleep was so long ago, I don't remember it.
No, I think we are all sleep deprived these days. I really think, except for Nicole. Nicole's getting her sleep one way or another. And Lisa's catching up on the weekend, so she's good.
I'm actually having a cup of espresso right now.
That's good. Thank you so much, Denise. Mark Bartosik. Mark, are you the Mark that sent Nicole, or was it Mark Anthony?
I'm guessing Mark Anthony, and he actually just sent a Facebook message saying he's having internet trouble, so he might not get on today. I know. I was like, so although my name is Mark Bartosik and it's such a common name, I actually very rarely come across other Marks. So there, from what I know, there's only one other Mark in this group. So whenever we're referring to people, know you have Mark Anthony and you have just the original Mark. My social medias are Mark of Success 21. So you can find me on any social media for that, and can reach me at 773-370-2748. Just giving contact now so everybody can already start writing it down. I will put it in the chat. As far as the question of the day, I don't think I've ever gotten more than 9 hours of sleep, but I do kind of have a caveat with it is, are we talking about in one shot or throughout the day? Because in my...
break it up, have like a little baby, have a little nap in the morning, have a little nap in the afternoon, and then you sleep at night too?
So as I've explained to people occasionally, like no one ever said it was supposed to, like oftentimes we say we need 8 to 9 hours of sleep, but we assume that to mean in one sitting. But if you think about your energy as like, that would be like eating all one meal at once. You eat, 2 or 3 times throughout the day. So wouldn't it also equate to maybe sleeping 2 or 3 times throughout the day? I just as a little thing, I always tell people, like, imagine if your energy is a cup of water, instead of draining it all the way down to the bottom and then putting it back all the way up, just drain it halfway up, sleep, going up every time you sleep and back and forth. So then you're never at less than half energy. You can see I'm the ball of energy just because of the fact of, I don't know. I tell people I'm the Energizer Bunny. I always are on the run, and I never really get more than 6 hours of sleep, and I don't drink any caffeine. So you can imagine how I'd be with a cup of coffee or an espresso that some people are having. I like what Arnold Schwarzenegger will say with sleep. He's like, I know some of you think you need 8 or 9 hours of sleep, but to you, I just say sleep faster. Because he says never get more than 6 hours of sleep because you get more done that way. That's just my personal thing. But as far as for what I do, I I'm going into motivational speaking platform. So for anyone who has speaking engagements or interest in working with your mindset on condition it for success, I can always help with that. That's the whole New Year plan. What the business that I worked that allowed me to retire at the age of 24 was network marketing through the means of Ambit Energy, simply working with people, educating them on the opportunity that is available to them of getting either their savings on electricity and gas bills or making money off of their electricity and gas bills. I tell people every time you pay your electric and gas bill, somebody gets paid. So why not let that someone be you? As customer side of things, we can talk about getting you free energy through our referral program, through our free energy referral program. But the favorite thing right now is the guaranteed savings that we have, which is with the community solar program. And that's where you can get, so most people know solar as you have to get rooftop solar. There is a new program called community solar in which you can have solar energy farms in your area, and the savings contributed from that can go towards your bill. I can go into more details on things as it goes into all that stuff, but just know that even if you only rent or have a condo, you can still potentially get solar or savings from solar energy in currently states, Illinois, Maine, Massachusetts, Maryland, DC, and Rhode Island, I think. But we service regular customers throughout 15 states. So wherever you are in the country, we can talk, because how is it always said? You're 3 degrees from Japan. You always know someone from somewhere. I look forward to talking to you again. For those that didn't get it, cell phone is 773-370-2748. I'm 33 years old, been retired for almost a decade. And just, although it's like I only sleep 6 hours on average, I do only wake up when I'm done sleeping. So you'll usually find me awake at 3, 4 in the morning.
Okay, so where do you live?
That's Chicago, Illinois, born and raised. My family's been here for over 100 years now.
Excellent. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm going to go to Jeff Johnson next.
Lynn, hi, networkers. I am Jeff Johnson of Business Cash Flow Solutions. I'm a national consultant based out of Frederick, Maryland. As a cash flow repairman and analyst, I invest my time and energy in empowering individuals and organizations to be financially successful. I work with entrepreneurs and business owners to develop cost-saving strategies and improved capabilities to sustain their competitive edge. I help them with the problems they solve, the value they bring, and to drive their marketing and sales success. Something you may have heard in the past already today. I want to thank Lisa again for her expertise in how to put together a little intro. I do all this while I increase their cash flow. I work with individuals who are great at their craft, but still have to figure out all the business stuff like getting paid, including all the different ways how to get paid and the best solutions to get paid most cost effectively. I provide the business owners an opportunity to work not only in their business, but on their business as their advocate and their consultant. If you are a business owner or you know a business owner, I should be your go-to for solutions of payment efficiency and improved cash flow. Again, I'm Jeff Johnson of Business Cash Flow Solutions. You can call me at 301-502-5042, and let's talk about how we can improve your capabilities.
Beautiful. Did you tell them where you're from?
Yep, based out of Frederick, Maryland.
Beautiful. And when was the last time you got more than 9 hours of sleep?
Oh my God, it's similar to Fred. I think it was probably before my quadruple bypass and heart attack and with sleep apnea and being an old man and getting up every couple hours. I don't know that I've had a good 9 hours sleep in decades. So, but you know, I think you add it all together with a few naps in there, I might get it during the day.
My goodness, we have to have one day where we have somebody who does a sleep study thing come on here and show everybody how to sleep and let them just sleep for a couple hours during the show.
And I couldn't find it, but like Fred, I also have a picture of me laying in the hospital bed with my laptop on my chest, still trying to complete a deal for a client. And my wife is yelling in the background, and the boss is saying, "We'll take care of it for you." I'm like, "Nah, I got it. I got it."
You guys are crazy.
Well,
Kelly, I will come back to you after I do another one of my speakers. So I'm going to go to Dawn Tellinghusen. Dawn, you are up next.
Well, hello everyone. Sorry, I don't know what my computer was doing, but it was not letting me in, so I'm glad I finally made it. And my name is Dawn Tellinghusen, 40 plus years with Avon as an independent ambassador. Currently live in Indianapolis, Indiana, which hopefully Monday will be 50 degrees. Cross my fingers. Let's see. So, what do you want to know about me? Do you have the shared screen on, Lynn? I'd like to share a screen.
I sure do.
All right. Let me go in here and get.
Not going to share nasty pictures, are you?
No, they're not bad. Not bad at all.
Hey, just check it. Had that happen once.
Oh, yeah. Okay. All right. So what I'm going to do, I think I'm already logged in. So I'm going to take everyone to our digital brochure. This is my online store page. And you see right here at the top, I'm going to click along the black letters, digital brochure. So what that pulls up is an actual book, just like someone would get delivered to them. Okay, so let me just go down here and we're going to go to the table of contents conference. We're going to go to the table of conference. We're going to go to the makeup at the table of conference. Anyway, okay, now we're going to get this pulled back up. Okay, this is where the makeup starts on the book. Okay, so I'm going to switch pages here. I'm going to go over to, what page am I taking here? Oops, I missed it. Okay, I'm going to go to that page right there. I'm taking off my hat because I hope this is going to show you, and it's kind of light, so whether or not you'll be able to see, right next to one of these lipsticks is a little white box that's got a camera in it. So I'm going to press that. So if I press that box, then it comes up, do you want to do, see if I can raise this. Do you want to give me consent to do our try-on tool? Pressed submit. And then do you want to upload a picture or do you want to use, well, it's going to make me up. Usually you can pull your own picture up. So we're going to use a model instead, okay? So, but this could be your face, okay? So what this does, and let me see if I can slide this up a little bit or make it bigger so we can see what we're doing. Ah, okay. Did I lose it?
No, we still got you.
Okay. All right. So let me get, I'm not real good on the computer, but this is going to work, guys. I'll show you. So we're going to choose this model right here. And I'm going to get rid of the screen if I can. Get rid of that screen. So I can pull her over. Okay, so what we're going to do is I'm going to show you when you pick a certain lipstick off the chart here. Let's pick those lipsticks, okay? So let's see. Well, come on back here. So let's pick this lipstick. And let's see. Look, if that was your face, that lipstick goes right on your face. There's another one. Can you see the model's lipsticks?
Changing. How can I put that lipstick on and come to this meeting? So in case I forgot my lipstick for the day.
Well, you can save the download.
For her. That's a very good color. Is that a real lipstick or is that a color?
No, that's a color right there. The one that's circled. Yeah. Yeah, so you can try before you buy at Avon. You can do this with the eyeshadow. You can do this with the makeup. You can do it with any type of product that we have. The key thing is that let's minimize this.
Too bad we can't do it with scent, where we can smell the scent.
Right, exactly. But it's just taking this screen right here that I can't seem to get rid of, but if I take and click on the digital brochure, when you sign into my page, you click on the digital brochure, you get that, you can page right through that digital brochure. And let me just, did I lose it? How did I do that?
Nick wants you to bring the real models with you to the next meeting.
I think so.
Much like those girls.
We'll show that. Oh, but let me try and stop sharing. Okay.
I did not know.
So anyway, you kind of saw what I was trying to get at there.
Yeah, I'm going to try it today.
Because you can try on just about anything in the makeup line, as long as it's got that little circle next to it that's got a little camera in there. You got a camera on your computer, or you can do it on your phone, and you can go to the lipstick pages in the digital brochure, click that little white circle that's got the camera, and try on everything. Now, if you got a hat on, like I did have on, you got to take the hat off so that it gets to your face.
Beautiful. Thank you. And how can they reach out to you?
They can reach out to me by going to my online store, which is bit.ly/Avon, capital A on Avon, Dawn, capital D on Dawn, and brochure, capital B on brochure. That will take them right through to my Avon brochure, find the makeup pages and the table of content, and then you can try before you buy.
You want to put all that information in the chat for them?
I sure will. I'll put it all in there.
When was the last time you slept more than 9 hours?
Oh my gosh. It's been months, I tell you. I usually don't go to sleep till 3 o'clock in the morning by the time I get myself wound down. So,
Nicole is going to be our winner here today. I know she is. She's the only one time to do that. Fred, what are you doing with that funny hat on?
This is my hat. She said put a hat on, so I did.
Oh, she didn't say that.
I put the closest hat on I could get. Doesn't everyone have a Viking helmet nearby?
But Fred, when you're trying on the lipsticks, you do have to take the hat off, okay?
I'm a Viking. I don't take the hat. You want to see the sword I got in the office?
I'm a Viking too, if we're talking football.
Excellent. Thank you, Dawn. We appreciate you very, very much. Kelly Kellum, you're up next.
Hi, Lynn. Thank you. I am Kelly Kellum, college admissions strategist, and I am your go-to person for college prep, college admissions, and also college financial aid. I am the host of Beyond the Books, College Success Secrets, right here on PHred Radio, and I focus on helping families understand that process, because 70% of families of college-bound students say that they're overwhelmed and they are confused about that whole process. So you can reach me at kelly@yourcollegemoneycoach.com or text, college to 847-997-1449. That's 847-997-1449. And I am on a mission to, this month particularly, help people understand what's going on with the new aspects of college financial aid, with everything that's happening around the federal funding and the FAFSA money. So also, if you are the parent of a student who is getting ready for college, high school student, or a student who is going to college in the fall, I would love to talk to you for a series I'm putting together for the show. So again, reach out to me. I am in the Chicago area, but like many people have said, have laptop, will travel, have Zoom, will travel. And as far as 9 hours of sleep, I think everybody here knows I've been ill the past month or so. I have done a lot of sleeping to try to get well. So I would say I'm well rested at this point. I've gotten a lot of 9 hours. Prior to that, Lynn, I was like everybody else, 6 hours, maybe 7 hours at a time, and that was it. So thanks so much.
We're glad you're feeling better, and we're glad you're back with us again today.
Thank you.
Excellent. Thank you. Victor, you're up. Victor Lopez, I know you're in there. So we're going to skip Victor and go to Catherine. Catherine, good, you got it fixed now so we can see how pretty you are.
Thank you for your patience. I appreciate it. Hola, my name is Catherine Jimenez. I'm here to bring you peace of mind by specializing in Spanish and English. I interpret, I translate, and I educate. The educational aspect of my business consists of teaching and tutoring Spanish and English, and the interpreting is verbal, and the translation is all text. So in regards to my sleeping habits, I'm really grateful that you brought this up for us to think about, Lynn, because it's very important, to say the least. And I have been trying to do my best to make sure to know exactly when I go to sleep and when I wake up, because I definitely want to improve, and I won't be winning the contest today, to say the least. So, but thank you for planting the seed and having us be more conscious about that.
We do have to make sure, guys, that we're getting enough rest. I mean, you know what? We all think that we are machines that can keep going, but what ends up happening is you end up getting sick.
That's right.
And Sandy will tell you that. That's why Sandy has some great things for morning and night, and some things that will help you to make it easier for you to sleep at night. So, Nick, before I come to you, I'm going to talk to everybody real quick about Legal Shield. And I am with Legal Shield and ID Shield, guys. And today I brought you a story that I think Sandy has already heard. But how many of you have had to file a claim with your homeowner's insurance, and maybe that didn't go quite the way you expected it to go? And, you assume that you paid for years, and all of a sudden you have a need to use your services, and it becomes a nightmare for you. And I had a client that was doing that. They filed a claim with their insurance company for their problems with their above-the-ground pool. They were under the impression that the homeowner's policy had a replacement cost value on their personal property. That's how that insurance company extended things to pools. They said it wasn't until after they filed the claim that they discovered that when the insurance company issued the policy, they issued it incorrectly. Now, I really don't see how that falls back on the policy holder. That really is the company themselves. But they called their agent, and he researched it, and he discovered that the quote that they had accepted had replacement cost built in. And so they, but the policy issued had the wrong box marked on it. So he went back and acknowledged the error, went to the claims department. Claims department said replacement cost is not available because of the error for where that box was marked. So they said to the client, you should have read your policy and noticed that there was an error. That really did not make the client very happy. So they were advised to file a claim with the Bureau of Insurance, which they did. The Bureau sided with the insurance company, advising that no insurance laws had been violated, and advised that they seek legal advice. Well, that's where Legal Shield came in. They had Legal Shield, and they decided they were going to go to Legal Shield and let them fight their battle for them. They had gone back and forth for 8 months with the insurance company trying to get it settled. Legal Shield got involved, wrote one letter, and within days they got a call from the insurance company who honored the replacement value for the pool. So guys, sometimes it's not what we can do on our own. They get that letter with 40 attorneys' names on it, and somehow they just react a little differently. So for this person, that made them very happy that they had invested in the minor amount they had to have a Legal Shield plan and have that headache taken away, and the pool was replaced. So with that said, oh, and by the way, last time I got 9 hours of sleep, I seem to go on a cycle of 5 or 6 hours of sleep every night, go get about 6 weeks of that, and then I just crash. And I usually sleep for like 12 hours. And then I'm all caught up and I can do it to myself again, which is not a good thing, Catherine. We're not supposed to wear ourselves out like that. So, Jam, you are my next speaker, so I'd like you to do your 5 minutes, and then we're going to come back to Nick.
All right. Well, hello, everyone. Jam. I'll actually answer the question first. Last time I got 9 hours of sleep was actually this week. What day? I don't know, because I overslept. So that's the day I got 9 hours of sleep. But
Jam, one of the people that I want to make an introduction to you today. Do you see Nicole? Nicole is one of our new people.
Hi, Nicole.
I definitely think you and Nicole need to have a conversation. She is one person that I would definitely put in front of you, Nicole. Okay, Jam, go for it.
Alrighty. So some big news and big changes in AI. This week, Elon Musk released his new version of Grok 3, which has been reported to be actually pretty effective. Although I wouldn't be surprised if there's bias in the AI. Because for some odd reason, every time you ask it, hey, what do you think of Elon? It always says great words about it. I never understand that. It always says great words about him, like never anything negative. It almost reminds me of the DeepSeek AI, where if you say anything about Tim and Square, it actually will remove its answer completely, by the way. Little fun fact, really, really weird when it comes to the censorship of AI. Although, some other news in AI is that Trump recently actually slashed about 500 AI jobs, specifically jobs in the AI, it's AIST, whatever government abbreviation, but it's about it's people that were dealing with AI safety, which is obviously pretty, kind of concerning for the simple reason that obviously we want to have some type of regulation there in place, but we don't want to have too much of regulation. So just gutting the entire department may not be the best idea, whatever, when it comes to AI, especially because it's rapidly growing. Now, moving over to some more exciting news, Microsoft actually had a quantum breakthrough, apparently. I'm going to put big quotation marks on this. Their quantum breakthrough, apparently they were testing some new material called top conductor. It's a very weird name. I'll have to put it in the chat. I don't know if even Mark would understand what Microsoft does, but it was called top conductor, and it essentially it's extremely fast in the way they can process data, which is great because that now means that we are clearly heading towards quantum computing, which is something that's going to be on the horizon maybe in the next few years down the line. But let's move over to some videos. Even a short film that I saw. Let me share my screen. Yeah, exactly. Now machines can spew spam and I'm gonna say corn, but replace the C with the P all over, basically, because these bots are getting out of hand. But take a look at this. Thought I'd show this. This is actually all done using AI completely. I'm gonna mute the sound. I thought this was a very, very, very well done. This is actually done for a AI film festival, I believe. And just simply looking at this, obviously you can't tell that it's AI. Although, I mean, with the way that some of these people are running and the way that some of the effects are, especially with like the camera angles moving, you can tell it's AI. But I'll play this just for a bit. I'm going to show you guys another one here. I want to show you guys this one, because this one is actually really interesting. This one was done with Runway. We've talked about Runway before. This is a fight scene with AI, which it can most definitely be improved, because something to go back. If you notice his foot, he has a shoe on, but it switches his leg.
Yeah, he's missing a whole foot.
Yeah, and then when he kicks, his foot's just out, and then when he kicks with his right foot, it's just his literal feet, just the straight foot out. But I thought this is really funny to show you guys because obviously their hands are messed up. Her face, I don't even know if that's a he, she, it, whatever. But
I don't either.
Yeah, at first the initial face is feminine and then it changes or whatever. But I thought I'd show you guys this because I thought this was very interesting. Last thing I will share, there are two things actually. There is a another breakthrough with AI, with Google in particular. They created a model that is called AI co-scientists that can actually create hypothesis, which is extremely interesting because obviously now we can use this AI to obviously find different things in chemistry and as well as like in the scientific field. So for those who do know, I'm sure everybody will see this. Don't turn this setting on your computer, but there's something called Copilot on Microsoft. You usually will get that little notification. Yeah, you don't have to turn that on. Don't turn that on. Just keep it off. But the last thing I'll say is I do have a course that everybody is more than welcome to join. I'm going to put the link to it in the chat. It is an AI course, AI University in particular, where I actually go over all these different models more in depth. And I have a lot of updating to do. So within the following week, there's going to be a huge new slur of actually new videos and new processes that everybody can then go and copy for themselves.
Jim, in my morning call, there was a woman there who has a logo, and she used AI to animate her logo, and it was so cool. It was it looks like a gorilla. She says it's not a gorilla, but I think it's a gorilla. And it's a gorilla in this circle tire or something, and she got the logo to now talk, and the logo tells you the name of the company and the phone number or something.
There are some AI receptionists. There are a few tools that I'm still testing before I put them in the course, but one of them is actually AI receptionist that you can actually have it have its own phone number. And if anytime someone calls you, right, you can have the AI receptionist actually answer and qualify the person and everything. A good, not to pick on Nicole there, but her logo is actually AI, by the way. I don't know if you can see that up there. It's really great, by the way. Really, really beautiful.
Excellent. Excellent. Thank you very much, Jim. When was the last time you got 9 hours of sleep? Did you tell us that?
I did. It was sometime this week when I overslept.
I'm forgetting everything.
It was sometime this week when I forgot to sleep, basically.
Oh, you just forgot what day it was. That's right.
Yeah.
Excellent. Nick, your turn.
Good afternoon, everybody. It's 2 minutes after 12 in Calgary, Alberta, Canada. So perfect time for lunch and meeting up with old friends. It's good to be back. I've just been busy. As you know, we're about to start with Canadian tax filing. So prior to that, I'm still busy working with a lot of people who haven't filed. Sometimes people haven't filed going far back as 2011. It's been keeping me busy. But I'm an accountant. I'm a full cycle accountant based in Calgary, Alberta, Canada. I do bookkeeping, mostly with QuickBooks Online, prepare annual financial statements and tax returns for small businesses, work with a lot of corporations within the Alberta area. And the types of businesses that I love working with are new businesses who need to get some structure over their bookkeeping and financial administration. I work a lot with professional consultants who run their business through a corporate body. I also love working with not-for-profit organizations, particularly those not-for-profit that operate in the arts and music space. And then following on that, my fourth favorite category of clients are what I call the creative people. They're movie makers, musicians, artists, YouTubers, influencers, and like. And my contact details I put it up earlier in chat. And long-term goals, also hopefully looking to expand my services eventually into the United States. And outside of my accounting, when I do have time in quieter periods, I love dabbling and messing around with my musical instruments. I'm also a composer of original orchestral music, and I do have a YouTube channel called The Accounting, which if you're ever bored, you can feel free to check out and see what I'm messing about and experimenting with on the musical side of things. As far as the question of the day goes, I'd say last week, Saturday, I got about maybe 11 hours of sleep. It was so overdue because there was a period before that where I was even sacrificing my Saturday and Sunday back to back to drive 20 kilometers out to see my client to help them with their bookkeeping, which honestly, I would have preferred having that time myself. So it was definitely overdue. And I will also be having maybe closer to 9 hours sleep this Saturday and Sunday again. It's part of an intentional preparation because I anticipate when Canadian tax filing season officially begins for us on the first day of March, I think it's going to be a bit of a bumper, and I want to be super prepared as I can possibly.
Tax time, you're not going to get much sleep at all, so you might as well get it now.
Yeah, absolutely correct. Yeah.
Thank you, and we missed you, and we're glad to have you back.
Pleasure, man. Good to be back.
Thank you much. Mark Anthony, are you there?
Yeah, my camera doesn't work, and I know why. And I'd have to go out to the car and get another one. So that's
I have a good computer guy I can introduce you to who can probably fix it.
All technology is designed to destroy itself.
That's right.
So
Okay, the next 5 minutes are yours.
All right, let's pull up my how to protect yourself tech tips. And what was the question of the day? How long did I sleep? A long time?
When was the last time you got 9 hours of sleep?
I don't know. Usually when I take a lot of antihistamines or if I get a massage the day before, that'll do it. Other than the rest of the time, I'm just a ball of nerves, as they say. Mark Anthony Arena. I am the host of the Computer Exorcist podcast. This week, I interviewed one of my buddies. We talked about the Indian caste system and how it traveled the Silicon Valley, and how that worked out. You know, if you're Indian and you work in the Valley and you meet other Indians, then in the back of your mind, you're still thinking about the caste system. So it was a very fascinating episode. Let's see here. We're going to talk, and thecomputerexorcist.com. Here's what I'm doing differently. Does your tech support company profit from your suffering or from your success? I knew I wanted to make money by making people's digital lives more stable and more enjoyable, as opposed to milking people and selling them things they didn't need. When I started my business, I would drive around to people's homes and install replacement parts in their PCs and remove any malicious software. I was just a guy going around town helping people, making money, and I would come home with a sense of accomplishment, and I would eat something in front of the TV. Soon after, I started to see how humanity was being brought to slaughter, or rather, their data being brought to the cloud. Very few people are questioning it, or even realizing it's happening. Unfortunately, most computer guys profit from that milking, so they aren't about to question any of it. So I drove around solving local issues, but realized the problems now lie in faraway cloud companies that do not communicate with their users. Remote control, poor design, systemic surveillance, and cloud stonewalling mean I have to bring the fight to the public forum, so that's why I'm here. I expose things few others in the industry know about, and I do it in plain English. And we will avoid the constant purchases and fears and fees and chaos so that we can go back to living a peaceful life like we used to in the 80s. Through these tech tips, I will discuss scandals like vendor lock-in and software rental and the surveillance and the micromanagement and suggestion attacks. And my job is to raise awareness for poor products, to expedite their demise, and raise awareness for ethical alternatives. If people only knew what was being done to them, they'd get torches and pitchforks. I spent many years being angry about this, but then I joined Lunch with Lynn, and now I expose things and I explain how it's an opportunity to make money by helping people. You can save massive amounts of money and headache. And yeah, you might get angry hearing the first parts of my tech tips, but later on, usually toward the end of the tip or in later tips, I will explain the alternatives and how to have a more enjoyable experience and how to protect yourself. How's that?
Very good. Very good. And you want to tell them where you're from?
Near Niagara Falls, and it's very freezing here.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
Thank you.
All right, guys. I'm going to open up all the rooms. I'm going to let you guys have a little extra time in the rooms today. So you'll get a chance to talk with somebody one-on-one. Enjoy yourself. I will pull you out of there eventually, guys. Let you do it a second time. Then we'll go into a mastermind. So the rooms are all open, guys.
Well, and we're back again. So when was the last time you got 9 hours of sleep?
A couple weeks ago when I just burned out. Let me make sure everybody's got somebody in a room with them. I want to make sure Nicole and Victor and Mark Anthony are in a room. Mark Anthony, you got to go into a room. Nick from Canada. Oh, there he is. Okay, so Dawn is in a room by herself. So why is she in a room by herself? Let me make sure I move her to.
Well, if she is, she can always go and talk to her, live AI model.
Wait a minute, let me see. Okay, everybody is good, I think. Okay, there's 2 there, 3 there, 3 there, 3 there, there's 2. Okay, we're all good. I don't want anybody sitting there by themselves.
Sometimes sitting by yourself, talking to yourself is the best conversation you're going to get.
A little nuts. So talk to me about PHred Radio. What's going on? What's new? What do the people that are listening need to know? Where can they go to leave you some information about what they're watching?
So on the PHred website, which is always a work in progress as we improve and fix bugs and things like that, there is for those that want to apply to be a show host, there's a button where you can click on the apply to be a show host, and anybody who does will talk to them about being a show. It walks them through a bunch of questions that I would normally ask them anyways, but that's a shortcut if you want to get in front of our, what we'll say, the show approval process. We've been just working primarily on killing bugs. We've got a group of interns from the University of Illinois, Chicago, thanks to Dr. James Trelevin, who's a UIC professor, and also the host of Pillars Principles, which I produce and get to ask wise ass questions on. So it's one of my favorite things of asking wise ass questions to very, very important, powerful, and highly credentialed people. And we got some really great guests coming on there. Most recently, we had the Senior Vice President of Franchise Development, Eric Martin of Happiness Brands, that owns 6 franchise systems within the U.S. and Canada. And Eric, we're going to see more of Eric because he's a fun guest and has over 1,000 franchisees to talk about. So we'll be talking more with them. I am in process of launching a new show, a midweek PHred California Pulse. PHred California Pulse, KCP. And this will be a news show. The first news interview we've already done is with the new mayor of Grover Beach, California. And if you haven't heard of Grover Beach, California, don't feel sad. It's part of the San Luis Obispo area, about halfway between San Francisco and LA. And the reason it's important to me is that's where PHred Radio is stationed. So we got to interview the new mayor. And okay, so there are lots of mayors out there, but the new mayor, Cassie D, is only 30 years old.
Oh.
Yeah. And so ultimately the topic is generational change in government. And Cassie was a real fun interview.
How did that happen? Was that person really a hard campaigner, or was it just that nobody else ran?
No, there were two other people in the running. One of them I know and have worked with in the past. Cassie's family has been in the area for 4 generations. I think there was a previous mayor of another community. There's been board members, and she's the 2nd generation owner of Nan's Pre-Owned Books. So she's been a business owner, which to me, I'd love to see more business owners go into government, not politics, but go into government. And this was a very non-political, because local government normally should not be political. It's about taking care of the constituents. And we hit the 5 big topics in Grover Beach, one of them being crime and homelessness, business development, and she has a phenomenal plan going forward, and it was a great interview. I'm hoping to broadcast that next week. I got the interview done, and now we got to come up with a show logo and the show music and all that stuff. But I expect to be releasing that either next Monday or next Wednesday. I'm unsure whether it's going to be a Wednesday or a Monday show. Future episodes of PHred California Pulse will be have the live dial-in number, so people will be able to call in and ask questions. So that's a phenomenal thing. We had a great show last Saturday on PHred Prime Live about AI in the military and how do we keep from being destroyed. Everybody wants to talk about AI and in business and book writing and all that stuff, but nobody seem to want to talk about the military is using more and more artificial intelligence to develop killing systems. And people in charge of killing systems is a bad thing. Computers in charge of killing systems is even worse. Because, as I mentioned last week, I've always, in the way too many decades of working with computers, programming them, doing anything you can with them, I've always understood the truth of garbage in, garbage out. So if the programmer who's writing the AI code or the AI rules or the AI prompts is an idiot, you're going to get a really, really bad result. And like I said, when you're talking about the military whose job is to kill people, kill our enemies, how does a computer know what an enemy is and what's a friendly?
That's true. That's true. So it must have been a very good conversation.
It was. Jim Boswell, host of Vision in Action, is ex-nuclear Navy, and the only person I've ever met that actually had his hands on nuclear weapons and torpedoes. Sadly, he did not save one for me.
Oh.
Wouldn't that have been cool to get a nuclear missile? Wow.
No, I don't need a missile.
I would. Anybody listeners out there, you got a nuclear missile you want to send me? Well, not send me, but give me. Well, I got that I can pick up. Yeah, that's it. Let me know.
Look at it.
There you go, Fred.
I gave you a whole bunch of missiles.
I sent you some rockets.
That's right. Well, Sandy, now you know Denise was the one who requested to be there with you. I said, okay, I can make that happen.
Yeah, she did tell me, so it was great talking with her. So thanks.
Good. So I'm going to put all of you guys back in another room. Let's get everybody back in here real quick, and I'm going to recreate the room.
I was with Valerie. That was so much fun.
Was that good?
7,000 feet in Wyoming, above sea level. That's crazy.
Excellent.
Can I have jam?
What?
Oh, yeah.
Can I have jam?
You want to be with Jam Jam?
No, she just asked if she could have jam, which means you can get jam at almost any.
Hang on 1 second. Let me take a quick peek and see who we have here, so I know that I've got everybody in a room with somebody. Oh boy, Denise and Sandy's got you guys right back in the same room with each other again.
You should specify what flavor.
Oh, you can tell jam is a good dark berry.
Jam and jelly. Peanut butter jelly time.
Ooh, peanut butter.
Jam, it's got you right back in there.
That's an old favorite.
Oh, hey, Nicole. All right, you're here.
So.
Hey, Mark.
Hey.
Good to almost meet you.
Denise wanted to be with Jam Jam too?
Yeah.
Did anybody?
Jam, you're just pulling everybody into your room with you.
Did anybody hear the news?
I got questions.
All right, guys, the rooms are all open.
Did anybody hear the news that Jif is releasing a peanut butter and chocolate mix?
Oh, yes.
Ooh, it's like a Kit Kat.
Did you change the rooms up?
So, I'm like, I haven't gotten a jar because I probably eat it all at once, but I'm pumped. Peanut butter and chocolate. Mmm.
I can't. Valerie, you have a room yet? And Victor, where's Victor?
Victor, where's Victor?
Victor's in a room with the Spanish woman, Catherine. That's perfect. They should be able to speak Spanish. Come on, Victor.
See, I was actually going to ask her about some of the Spanish I know. One of the phrases I learned early on was "Las vacas están muriendo," otherwise known as "the cattle are dying." And as my daughter said, it took me 20 years, but I finally found a job where that phrase was useful.
Where was that useful?
I was working in a slaughterhouse. I was director of IT at my last corporate job was director of IT at a slaughterhouse. So, hey, I took home great beef. I used to fly through Wichita Airport with 90 pounds of beef.
Fred, how did you do that? How did you possibly keep that beef from spoiling?
I had coolers. I put it in coolers with ice packs, and the flight from Wichita to O'Hare was reasonably short, like 60, 90 minutes. But they knew me after that. I mean, they saw me doing that. When you can get,
Hey, can I have a pound of ground beef, please, and 2 steaks for dinner tonight and tomorrow?
So at one point, my daughter was off at college, and she had really enjoyed me working at the beef plant because, like I said, I brought home grade A prime beef for a fraction of what people would pay in the store. And one time I sent down a care package that had rock Cornish game hens, and I got the message back, "Dad, no fowl, only beef." It's like, okay, beef and shrimp. That was it. No fowl.
Cornish game hens I just served last weekend to my family, and none of these kids knew what that was. I said, they're like little mini chickens.
Exactly.
I'm like, baby chicken. I said, no, that's their full size. But that's a little mini chicken.
Yeah. But yeah, no fowl, beef only. We still laugh about that one. They knew me going through TSA. They knew me at the United counter. Oh, here comes the beef guy again. Never ate as well. I ate better than that job. I was the second best job I ever ate at. The first
that leads to heart attack?
Huh? Could have been.
Is that heart attack?
I was when I had my heart attack, when I was working at the beef company, I was pushing 255, and by the time I had the heart attack, I dropped 40 pounds. And I now weigh in from that because I went in to see the doctor about 45 days before the heart attack complaining of symptoms. And he told me, yeah, they're not, go home. Boy, was he wrong. But since the heart attack, I dropped from 215 to 170. So I'm about 80 pounds lighter than I was when I was working at the meat plant.
But you don't bring home 1,000 pounds of beef anymore either.
No. Now I just bring home audio and video and marketing and podcasts.
Problems.
Yeah, other people's problems, my solutions.
Technology problem.
Mm-hmm. It is.
But that touches you in a different way.
Yes, some tech problems do. Usually it's the people behind the tech problems that stress the living daylights out of me. See, everyone keeps wanting to make a better computer. Okay? Everyone wants to make a better computer. And to me, we're all going down the road to hell that way. We need to make better people.
Oh, that's not going to work good.
Better, smarter people is better than better computers, because better, smarter computers.
Those better, smarter people.
Better, smarter computers make stupider people.
Oh, you're right about that.
And I defy anyone to look out at what's going on in the world and tell me it's being run by smart people.
That's right. You're right.
So, to me, as somebody who, that first computer I had a 180K cassette cartridge No hard drive, no floppy drive, no USB ports. It wasn't even a Microsoft DOS compatible computer. So I've been there since the dawn of the computer age, just about microcomputer age. And the computers have gotten smarter, faster, and you can do more and more and more. And yet people get stupider and stupider and stupider with them.
Not good. Not good. So, Fred, how did you decide to do a radio show? You want to tell everybody that?
This actually started out back in, I think it was, I realized the power of podcasts, internet radio, back in, I think it was 2010. And I started a Blog Talk Radio account in 2011, January 2011. And for anyone who knows Blog Talk, they were the only platform you could do it live and have a dial-in phone number. And I love that internet radio thing because I grew up listening to the radio and calling in to radio shows and the Larry Lujak and Snot-Nosed Tommy and a bunch of other radio show hosts in Chicago that you would understand. So it was one of those things I had that thing of, if you're doing this radio show thing, internet radio show thing, and it's a podcast, you can develop business out of it. And so we started a Blog Talk Radio account, which ran for 14 years until BTR shut down at the end of last month. And what I found was I could find clients that way. I could talk to people that way without walking up to them and saying, hey, I'd like to sell you what I have.
Right.
And it was 2018, 2019. I had a show, somebody on my BTR network that wanted to do more. And that's when I first started doing the research of the internet radio station. And I actually had a test system for several years. The biggest issue was the station was sitting on a computer in my office, which meant it was almost impossible to add more hosts. And after 4 years of research, I had found in 2023 the software stack, or a group of software pieces, that if I could get onto an internet server, I could develop a station. And Jeff Norris, owner of TCG Solutions and the host of Dads for Dads, had a brain aneurysm talking to me one day and said he could build it for me. So last year, early March, he said, here's your test system. Is this what you want? Took a couple of weeks and I came back and said, yeah, when can I put a load on it? And so we went live in June of 2024. And then I was on this event called Lunch with Lynn. And I was talking with this woman called Lynn Lionhood. What, you know him. And she was enamored with the idea. And she said, we need to talk about this. So she and I had a meeting. And the next day, even though I'm just barely got this erector set starting to be put together, she put me in front of 20 people to tell the story. And a good chunk of them became show hosts. And I've been running like a madman ever since, building all the stuff that needs to be built around it. But we obviously can stream live. We have, I think, 30 plus weekly show hosts. We've got some open slots coming up. We have live chat.
That's putting your feet to the fire, so you're not just talking about it anymore. You have to move forward.
Exactly. We've got
people behind you saying, Fred, I'm following you. Where are you going?
Exactly. Move. We're following you, which always kind of weirds me out. We've got live chat. People can hit the live chat at kfred.com. We've got the new phone numbers, 1-724-9KFred. We've launched training classes for our show hosts called KFred University. Deanna Breakfield's been doing a great job.
She's an instructor today. She's not here today.
Yeah, I know. Well, I already texted her about that. She did a great job last night. Already got feedback from some of the shows.
Dude, wear her out. Didn't show up today.
Well, I wasn't there because I had to go somewhere else. But we've got Dr. He hates it when I call him Doctor. Professor Howard Larson. He hates that a bit less. Of the Trade Show Fanatic, he's going to be teaching classes, and Dr. Jim Trelevin, who I mentioned before, he's going to be teaching classes. We're working on lining up a couple of other folks. It's a monthly class, and we're calling it PHred University. Do you sense a trend here? Sometime I'm hoping this month, potentially next month, the e-commerce site at the PHred website will be fully functional, and you'll be able to buy PHred swag as well as the other show host swag. We'll have, because many of our show hosts are authors, I'm betting we probably have close to 40 plus books that'll be for sale.
We could have the PHred book club.
We could have
somebody should start that radio station. That should be Catherine.
So, PHred.
She should have a radio show called the PHred Book Club. She should be doing that. And maybe taking some of the PHred books from the authors who have shows and interview them and have a book club about them.
So if she doesn't want to, I know who's going to get voluntold, as Tess Booker would say, to start it. Yeah.
I think Catherine would be wonderful for that.
I'm fine with that.
Listen to her voice. It's perfect for it.
Well, in the first segment, we were talking about my knowledge of Spanish, and there's a few other phrases I can say, but my daughter told me I should never say those in mixed company.
Good.
I can swear in 5 languages. That's about all.
I remember when I was younger.
Did everybody get somebody good to talk to again? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Good. Yes. Well, Anita was late to the show, so we're going to let Anita have a couple minutes to tell us all about her. So, Anita, you are up.
Hi, my name is Anita Bell. I'm from the Chicagoland area, and I am with Melaleuca. I help people live a more healthier, vibrant life by simply switching stores. And I'm also a pronunciation coach for English as a second language, primarily the Latino population. And I look forward to connecting with all of you. Thanks.
And where are you located?
Chicagoland area, Illinois.
She doesn't know the question, so we're going to hit her cold turkey with the question. When was the last time you got 9 hours of sleep?
Ooh, it's been a long time. Probably when I was sick or something like that. And that's been a while. So,
excellent. Victor Lopez, are you there? Anybody who had Victor in their room, did Victor come on and talk to you?
Victor was there with us, but he didn't talk.
Victor, what's going on? He sometimes has some computer issues. Mark Anthony, you got to reach out to Victor. He's probably still struggling with his computer. Oh, wait a minute. He unmuted. Victor, can you hear us? Victor Lopez.
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yay! Come on, tell everybody who you are.
I'm having trouble here.
We can hear you. Go ahead, tell everybody who you are and what you do. Victor Lopez of Fishkill, New York.
Victor out of Fishkill, New York. In the real estate field, tax lien and tax investor. I'll put what?
Put all your information in the chat. Excellent. Victor, are you having computer problems today? I think he is.
He sounds laggy, very laggy.
Yeah. So, guys, we're going to open it up for a discussion for the last few minutes that we've got. So let's talk about this sleep thing. Why do you think so many people are having so much of a problem getting sleep these days, guys? What do you think is the cause of it?
Life balance. People don't know how to balance it. Either too much extreme. They either want to.
Conscience.
She cooked with that one. Not gonna lie. Oh, cook, by the way, is like a term saying she did very well. That's a Gen Z term for she did very well.
I was just going to say, you have to explain to us these young people's language here.
Yeah.
You need a translator.
Old people don't get it. I think he's out there cooking.
No cap. No cap.
The hell's no cap?
He just said, not lying.
No cap?
Yeah.
What's the matter with not lying? Why can't you just say that?
I don't know. Toilet. My generation, every time, like, we just go, yeah, no cap. That's crazy. So basically saying no lie.
No
kidding. You guys teach me this stuff, and then I use it. I get in trouble with my grandkids. I still say skibbity toilet, and they all go, "No, Nanny, don't be saying skibbity toilet."
No, that is like peak brain rot. Straight brain rot is what my generation calls that. It is the worst of like
why
what my
did you guys
generation
invent
created.
it?
No. See, apparently my generation will blame Gen Alpha, right, for creating that basically, which is like the kids that are growing up on just straight technology. Like when I grew up, there was still like very little remnants of like the technology, so it wasn't as advanced. But like now, most of these kids that are born like after 2010, or like even the kids born in 2008, they only know technology. Like they only know high-speed internet. I remember trying to load up a website that took like 3 hours for it to load when we literally would leave the house to go somewhere and come back, and it just slowly loaded up, and then I could finally play a computer game. Yeah.
One of these two young kids got in a car. Mark Anthony told that story, and Mark, I have repeated that story a million times. That when they got in your car, they said, "Well, where's the screen?"
Yeah, they said, "Uncle Mark, where's your screen?" I said, "I don't have one." They said, "Well, how do you go places?"
That was such a funny story to me. Because I remember trying to tell my daughters there was a day when we didn't go down to Walmart and get a telephone. We didn't own the phones. We had to go to the phone company. They owned them all, and they said, "What?" Like they could not comprehend this at all.
The fax machine with a phone, hello, and the 7-foot desk.
That, or the dial-up internet that squealed and screeched in your ear, and you finally got connected, and when you got connected, about 3 minutes later, it dropped you, and you had to start all over again. Oh, it's terrible. Or somebody would call in on the phone line and knock you right off.
That was why.
The great heavens, that is no more.
One of the greatest advances to man was when you could preface.
Victor's screen sharing. What is Victor's screen sharing?
His computer's taken over.
Yes, he never screen shares.
One of the greatest advances in technology was when you could disable call waiting in the modem dial-up string, because then they couldn't knock you off.
Oh,
there you go.
Because then incoming could also knock you off.
Yes.
However,
yes, it could.
My first modem was connected to a dumb terminal, and it was had the where you put the phone in it. It was 300 baud. Yeah.
Like war games.
Yeah. You got me there.
Jim, I remember back when my kids were little, getting them a Commodore 64, which was like one of the first gaming systems. And you had to use your brain, and you had to think, because you would tell this little monster guy or whoever you're looking for him or something, and you'd go into a room, but you had to draw yourself a map on paper because you had to keep track of where you were going and when you were there. I mean, it was really not at all like today. You guys have no imagination now.
I would say we have some imagination now. It's that a lot of the newer games are there's two things. They're either very politically driven, right, where there's just too much politics in it, which is why like a lot of gaming companies are now like going up, basically, like they're basically losing a lot of money. And then there's the other side where it's like there's the indie game developers, and then the very last like remnants of games. Like there's games called like Dark Souls, and like there's another one that's out there. I can't, like, it's not Elden Ring, where it's like these are very difficult games. Like we have people that will live stream, right, a video game of like they play on the hardest difficulty to see if they can do a speed run. Like that, like our entertainment is so weird now. Like we have people watching
realistic looking. It's very realistic looking. It doesn't look like little cartoons anymore.
Yes.
This robot tank. What is that?
I still remember the first time we were able to network two computers at the house. A friend of mine brought his computer over through an RS-232 cable, so we could do dog fighting with each other.
The one-on-one null modem.
Yeah, you'd have one of those in there.
They don't look like they do today. Look what Nicole is putting up.
I know those old gaming systems. I'm glad.
You remember the green screen where you had to program it, and there was a MS-DOS, and we still had to do that at the police department. It was like you had to code it.
Thank the heavens, we have evolved and improved. Now, instead of the technology taking forever to just work, just like the basics of it working, now we have it where it's like they purposely make it not work, so that way you go back to them, then buy a new thing. It's gotta love it.
Jim, can you imagine playing Pong for hours?
We did.
Yeah.
We had one of the first Pongs in Silicon Valley. We had like a first system.
I can. There's multiple games where it's like when the network services of like, let's say a big game goes down, everybody's playing like either, for us, Pong is like Minecraft where we play it for 2 weeks and then we just don't play the game for like months, basically. Like for us, it's when big games go down and their servers are shut down, we're like playing cards, like online card games or some goofiness. Like that's our level of new boredom right there. That's our Pong.
So
hence why you don't sleep.
Literally.
Look what Fred's got behind him.
That was actually my first computer system. A Coleco Atom with dual 180K cassette decks. Because
you probably thought you were the best thing going with that.
It was really cool. I didn't buy the floppy disk because the floppy disk were the drive itself was way expensive. That said, when I got my first IBM PC clone, it had dual 360K floppies, and I had to take a hacksaw to it to cut a floppy drive out to put in my first 40 megabyte hard drive. And they kept saying to me, why do you need 40 megabyte? Now you can't find a USB drive that's only 40 megabyte.
No.
And nowadays I gotta have like a terabyte, 2 terabytes just to download like certain software. I think one thing that is like for sure that even gaming companies and like a lot of software companies aren't like optimizing is the amount of storage a lot of these apps and a lot of our photos actually take up on our phones. There's no optimization for that, and hence why there's so many people with all these and especially Apple, they're so notorious for this. They will just basically let you just keep taking photos, right? And you think that, I have all this space, right? Until then what ends up happening is that you get to like, let's say 200 gigabytes that you end up using of just photos, which is crazy, by the way. Absolutely wild. You need to delete some photos. Your life is not that interesting, but I digress, right? There's some people out there that are just, no, you don't need to be taking photos. Although, once you reach that 200 gigabyte limit, what they then do is they go, okay, you can upload it to our cloud, but you're going to pay us $10 a month. And then once you outdo that one, then it's going to be $49 a month just to have 20 terabytes of just space just for your photos.
Why wouldn't you just get yourself a backup drive and put your photos on that?
They've designed it so that it's massively difficult to do so. I actually do this as a good percentage of my days doing this for people, where I have to go to Apple or Google's website, rescue the photos from there, and then do a real backup.
Why?
So then you're actually better off to get a hard drive, an extra hard drive of your own.
You're not allowed to connect your phone to a hard drive because that would make too much sense. They don't want you protecting yourself. The cloud is a one-way street to suck your photos.
Apple, and it's interesting because actually Mark Zuckerberg actually talked about this on Joe Rogan. Mark Zuckerberg basically is, for the lack of better words, called Apple non-innovative. Which
they're anti-innovative at this point.
They're not very innovative. And he basically said that, like, for example, Apple has a certain protocol on their phones where essentially it allows seamless connection, right, with most devices. But see, Apple, being Apple and so stuck up, they prevent everybody else from being able to connect seamlessly, right? So, for example, AirPods, right? AirPods. If you open the cap to your AirPods, it immediately connects to your phone, right? If you have an iPhone. But if you do that with any other Bluetooth speakers, any other types of system, there's like a delay. They purposely delay it and make it a lot more difficult just for you to connect something to your own phone.
Yep.
That's
not their evil system.
Yeah, well, the lawsuits did nothing, did they?
Given that they said you can have it in any color as long as that color's white, and they did that 40 years ago, does this surprise anyone?
That's
no.
I had a Nextel phone. Anybody remember the Nextels, which had the walkie-talkie?
Yeah, those were cool. The push-to-talks.
I even had a Microsoft phone. No one's had a Microsoft phones in decades.
Those little Nokias. Oh man, I remember my mom gave me one of those. Those damn bricks. You could throw those things as they didn't break.
Hey,
and we had challenges with my friends. Like, that's the type of technology I want. I should be able to throw my phone at a brick wall, and it falls to the ground, and I pick it up, and I can make a phone call with it without it breaking.
Then they wouldn't make money.
I'm close to the idea. You're right on that brick. I don't throw it though. I think it's more of a better for a defensive weapon, because you could stave someone's skull in with that.
Those Nokia phones are no joke.
Oh, those were crazy. The heavy ones. The Nextels were awesome because you could go for miles and talk on the radio with each other.
There's an American company, and I highly recommend everybody also do this, by the way. There is a company that makes like phones very like securely in the US. I'd have to find that company, but there is one messaging feature or app that I recommend people use. It's called Signal. Don't know if anybody knows what Signal is, but it's actually like a genuinely secure messaging platform. Made here in America. It is open source, so that's great.
The Purism.
Yeah, it's called Signal. I'll put it in the chat. Highly recommend.
That's a different one. I'm thinking of Purism Librum.
No. Yeah, that's this one. I'm gonna put in the chat.
Well, I looks like I'm on another planet listening to this stuff.
So here's a question. Given that we the whole idea behind a phone was to talk to people, how has talking to people gotten any better with all the advancements in cell phone technology? In fact,
for my generation, all we do is just sit on FaceTime with each other, so for hours on end.
So do you have a cable that plugs into your computer and it just juices you up, or what?
Not me. I have robots here to build, so.
So you look at the cell phone, and to me, the two things a cell phone's really good for, besides annoying me because I read the news, is taking pictures and talking to people.
Absolutely.
I don't know why people run out and buy the newest phone each year.
Yeah, there is no. Well, they were told that they need it. So 99% of the people who buy iPhones only buy them because the photos filled up and they thought they needed to buy a new phone.
I got
that's the kind of stuff that I need to get out there.
And
I got my
and
last
then also
phone.
that they purposely slow down the previous phones, by the way.
They do.
They do.
Oh yeah, doing
they
update
do.
attacks, correct.
But that's part of all those lawsuits that never got fixed out here because we never pushed the issue on it.
Well, and lawsuits, right? That's raising awareness was more efficient, I think.
Education.
Very difficult to do that though when it's most people don't. It's like the people that are like, I don't care about my privacy, but it's like okay. So for my generation, when it came to the whole TikTok situation, with them all being so anti-American and like them constantly throwing the word fascist and like capitalism bad around, even though they've never been out of the country. And I don't care what anybody says. If you've gone to Cancun, you have not been out of the fucking United States. Okay, I'm sorry. That is literally just like the U.S., but just a tropical region. That's it. That's just the unless you've gone into Central America or South America, then you've been outside of the country. Not even Canada. That doesn't count. Sorry, Nick, even though he's not here. But a lot of my generation would just basically say, oh, well, it doesn't matter because Facebook and Instagram and Snapchat already does this. So why are you banning TikTok? They don't have the conceptual understanding of a foreign government influencing them against their own government. That does not exist. And so when you then explain to them, right, or you ask them, okay, I'm going to prove it to you. Tell me about Tiananmen Square. They don't even know what Tiananmen Square is. They don't know about the massive genocide that's going on in China right now. That's where they're killing thousands, if not millions, of Muslim Uyghurs every year.
The nets around Apple in China.
Oh yeah, and then
the suicide nets.
Yeah, the suicide nets that they have at the Apple factories because the employees jump out. Yeah, they have suicide nets to prevent people from basically jumping out of the window from killing themselves at Apple factories.
100%.
And Apple's making all these products unnecessarily for people who didn't need a new phone, and these folks are killing themselves for it.
Yep.
Where are these factories at?
They're in China.
Yeah. So that's part of why they're trying to bring everything back here, is because you're paying for this to go on, right? You're actually, you buy the Apple, you're stuck with that. That's what you want, but you want that technology that we pushed out in the 80s from Silicon Valley overseas. We've just pushed it right out, and then that's what happened when you have that on your podcast, Mark, that what you're talking about, that came in the 80s. We were bringing that over. And so we pushed all the technology out, and now you're paying over it. So if you bring it here, you're not just bringing the money back. You're solving this world crisis.
And this, by the way, is why people don't sleep, by the way, because there's so much going on that they're so constantly I saw this video that puts it quite well. The reason why the previous generations are so okay with whatever the hell's going on, they're just you're welcome to the rodeo, kid, right? Is because for you guys growing up, when work ended at 5:30, there was no contacting you, right? There wasn't no mobile phone where you can send a text to your employee being like, hey, actually, could you come back to the office? None of that, right? You didn't get some message on your phone talking about, 16 children got blown up in this country across the sea or whatever, right? But now this generation that's growing up with that, right? And a lot of these parents, they don't know how to combat this or even deal with this, is because now it's I open up my phone and it's 17 children were killed in Afghanistan today. And I'm like, oh my gosh, right? But then it's then you get a message from your friend or your boss going, hey guys, could this be fixed? Or it's hey, are you getting on today? And you're it just distracts you from what just happened. And then you're oh, that's a good point. Let me go take a look at this. And then you get another message or another ding oh, hey, school shooting just happened. And it's oh my gosh, right? We've become so desensitized to the craziness of the world that we don't even understand the craziness of it.
I'm so glad you say turn it off and get outside.
Cole, see why this connection with the Jam was going to be a good one for you?
Yes, absolutely. Thank you.
I highly endorse him. Down 2 names. Nicole, write down 2 names because I want to make sure you email these to me, and I'll make these introductions for you. I mean, I can't believe it when you came on today and started talking. This will always happen to me. You will talk and things will happen in my head, and I'll just have names for you. The name is Joel, Joel, last name Holk, HOLC. Joel Holk does everything with a lot of non-for-profits. And I heard you mention that. I think that could be a huge connection for you. And the other one is Jean Kuhn, Jean. Last name Kuhn, Kuhn. I can see you being a great resource for her. A lot of her clients could use your services, and she would, if you impress her enough, she will push that. With those
awesome. Thank you so much.
Nicole, Jean is she's the best of the best of the best. She actually knocked out a couple weeks ago.
Nicole, what time do you get up in the morning?
6 on East Coast time.
East Coast time. I'm on East Coast time too because I'm in Connecticut. So I want you to reach out to me later today, and I want you to be at 5:55. I want you to be on a call. I do not want you to comb your hair. I do not want you to get dressed. You're a girl. You don't even have to wear a bra. Wear your pajamas. Everybody will be like that. Jean Kuhn runs that call. It's 20 minutes to a half an hour max. She's going to ask you, what was your win from the day before? Tell her whatever your win was. She's going to want to know, what 3 things do you plan on getting done for the day? And then she's going to ask everybody if they have anything they need help with. That will be my way for you to get to see her in action. A lot of those people work with her. But I'm telling you, she is the best business coach that I've ever seen.
Oh,
and
cool.
I judge a coach by their results. And her results are astronomical. Mark Anthony, you have become a tool that she talks about a lot.
Good, because I hope, I can only hope that I give her what she gives me. So she actually punched out 2 things in my head over the past year that, she got rid of a couple of blocks. Number one, I said, look, I have all this knowledge. What do I do? How do I get on stages? And she goes, if you want to get on stages, get on stages.
Yep.
And in other words, just call go anywhere. So that's what sparked my library speaking tour. And the other thing was, she knocked out a money block in my head, just punched it right out and said, look, Mark, you should be charging X thousands of dollars to do this. And it really, yeah.
I'm going to tell you, she's made a huge difference in a lot of people's lives. Denise, are you going to be there tomorrow? I'll be there tomorrow. We'll be looking to see if Nicole really wants to come. Nicole, here's where you go. This is the link.
Okay.
You went to zoomwithlynn.com to be able to get in here originally?
Yes.
Let's go to zoomwithjean, JEAN.com.
JEAN.com. Awesome sauce. Thank you.
It starts at 6 o'clock, so go in there like maybe 5 of.
5 of? You got it.
It'll be
I'll
no
be
longer
there.
than 20 minutes to a half an hour max. I'll try to get on a little early tomorrow, and I'll make sure she knows that I have you on there because I want the 2 of you to have a conversation. I'm
Perfect.
telling you,
I'll get up.
be a huge, those 3 connections, Jam, Jean, and Joel. I forgot, they're all J's. That could be really a huge jump in your business.
Perfect. I love that. And I can get on with her tomorrow?
Yep, that's free. It's free. It's a Monday through Friday call, but you'll be able to develop relationships with a lot of the people on there, and I'm going to tell you something, they could use you. They really could use you.
Oh, beautiful. Thank you so much. It's good to be here. And Mark, thanks for sharing this with me.
Yeah. I'm going to go back to work.
Why didn't you tell her about Jean?
Well, she randomly emailed me about an event, and we started talking, and I said, oh, why don't you come join us at this Zoom with Lynn? And
I'm glad she came today. It was really great. That's why when you were talking, Nicole, I'm making notes. I got stuff written down about you. I said, oh boy, now my head's going crazy. Tara Hayes.
Good.
Tara Hayes. I'm going to tell you, Tara, I'm trying desperately to remember in my head who I talked to that was talking about people writing books. I know, Tara, there is a big connection I've got for you. I just got to remember who it was I was talking to, because, Terry, you're the one that always comes to mind with publishing.
Well, that's good that I come to mind at least.
And I want you guys to know, first one on here every week becomes the business of the week that I tell everybody to put the testimonials and things up for. 2 minutes? You got 2 minutes?
No, it's the second one on because I'm usually the first one on.
Forget it. You don't count. You you went first.
I understand.
You went first. Yay, baby. So the early bird gets the worm. Get on here early.
We're running out of time.
Jim, I'm glad you're on here. I need you to fix that. I need you to go in there and fix it and make everybody get on 10 minutes early. Can we put a note with when they sign up, or you can't do that?
Yeah, we want it where they can join earlier.
Need everybody to try to get on earlier, because otherwise the call starts, we're on the radio and we're introducing people as they're coming in. Easier if I can get them all to get on 10, 15 minutes earlier.
So you got a minute left. What's your final words for our audience, Lynn?
Final word is go to sleep tonight. Go to bed early. Listen, you guys have the ability to do crap we didn't when I was young. We could not record all this stuff. Go to bed. There's no reason for you to stay up all night long. Jam. Everybody go to bed early. Get yourself a good night's sleep. See how great you feel in the morning. They say people that are early risers are smarter guys and more successful. And I tell you, Nicole, if you decide you want to stay on that call Monday through Friday, not only will you get work, I'm going to tell you, I know you'll make connections, but you'll find that the hours between 6 o'clock and 9 o'clock become your most productive hours because there's no emails, text, nothing distracting you, and you get so much accomplished. Just take a nap in the afternoon.
Thanks, Lynn. We'll be back next week with another episode of Lunch with Lynn Live. If you'd like to sign up, go to zoomwithlynn.com, sign up there and be part of the studio audience. Until next week, folks, have a great week.